G'day PTSD buddies from around the world. Just thought I'd give you a little snapshot again. In addition to yesterday's little video, I actually was walking down that way, if anyone has seen that video, down that way, and that's south. And of course I realised after I watched yesterday's video back that everything is in reverse. So in the video it actually looks like I'm walking south because I'm on the east coast of Australia. But in any case, yes, I thought this time today I'd walk towards let's say the heart of the Gold Coast here. This area ahead of you that you can see, all the high rise, is it's called Surfers Paradise. The reason behind the term or the name Gold Coast, probably similar to I think any other place that might be called the Gold Coast, is the sands, the golden sands, which aren't looking too golden. There's quite a bit of cloud cover here. Today is, of course, the first day of autumn, the 1st of March, and tomorrow I'm 51. So I never actually realised I was an autumn child, not only a 60s child, but an autumn child. But anyway, I'm just heading down this way. It is, I wouldn't say crowded, more crowded. It is off-peak season right now, but during the summer and Christmas and holidays, the beach ahead of us here is pretty much jam-packed with holiday makers, families, a lot of budget holidays as well. But as I mentioned in my video yesterday, I hope that microphone wasn't too close, it distorted my speaking there. But yeah, so we actually are situated back down that way. Our family apartment is down there. It's a low-rise area, so it's a restricted area, no high-rise, as you can see there. It's mostly low-rise. And lots of people jogging, well, not lots of people, but a few people jogging along the beach and walking along the beach. I'd say most of them are locals, as you can see here. There's a man with his dog, probably lives in this area. A lot of homes, again, down this end, as there are down the other end. These homes still quite pricey, but some of them not as much. What is pricey though, as it would be around most of the world, is the land they're sitting on, which is basically the beach. I don't often come down this way, or we don't often come down this way, my partner and I, who's not here with me, on my R&R escape, my PTSD/CPTSD shake off. I'm actually taking some time also to document the past 16 months, officially, I guess, and if I can push through any of the doubts that are bouncing around in my head, I may even kickstart my YouTube channel again. I feel that could be a good part of my recovery. And the other thing also is changing my name. So I filled out all the paperwork pretty much and got all the documentation countersigned by the police to ensure that everything is all good. And it's just a matter of committing to my new first name and second name, and I'm doing this with the support of my therapist, and also within my own skill set, as I mentioned in my other video. that I am actually a therapist on the natural medicine platform. And I've only just sort of managed to access my skill set and my knowledge to support myself in some ways. So the name change is really more a part of resetting my identity, so to speak, or really saying goodbye to the child that I was and the child within that endured and survived the trauma back then, the teen, the young adult. Yes, so we're a little bit closer now, getting there. Of course, my walks are to help on a couple of levels, and one of them is part of my rehab, because it's been 2 months now that I haven't really been able to do much exercise. Just my motivation was pretty much below zero. But being here has inspired me for a couple of reasons. But we're getting there. There we go, there's the horizon. United States is in about that direction. Japan is down there, Asia. And New Zealand is somewhere over that horizon. And south of Australia is down past that point. So yes, as I mentioned, today is the first day of autumn, which means that in the northern hemisphere, today is the first day of spring. So the summer sun is well and truly on its way to you, despite what I've been seeing on various media platforms, that the cold snap that Europe is having, and I guess all those folks in the United States of America are looking forward to the summer sun shining down on you all. So I'm just coming past another area of the beach here, which is normally quite populated, and this is where it sort of starts here. People sort of gather in large groups, but as you can see, there's not much happening. There's the surf, the flags, our lifeguards scattered across the coastline. Hello, Lish. Yeah, I'm sure you're really looking forward to that sun. We're sending it over to you. I'm personally sending it over to you, although with regret. I wouldn't mind keeping it here for a little bit longer, but alas, it is on its way to you. So enjoy it, because then we get it back at the end of the year. Yes, so also, of course, like Lish and many others that are have experienced the winter in the northern hemisphere. Here's a little touch of not so much summer, but whoops, I accidentally pressed something then, and I'm not even sure how this is. I don't want to sort of hog the PTSD Buddies feed with my videos, but I've just simply started a new live video, so I apologise for any inconvenience caused. Here are some amazing homes, well and truly over the $1 million mark, Australian dollars that is, 1.2, 1.3, 1.5, let's say. The Gold Coast is also made up of a lot of canals. So behind this area here, about a kilometre, maybe 2 kilometres possibly, begins a whole system of canals, and a lot of homes built on those canals are also quite pricey. That's quite gusty now, so I'm not sure if the sound is being interrupted by that wind. But if anyone is watching, if they could kindly let me know, that'd be great. A little closer now to Surfers Paradise, just there, made up of quite a few, and you can only see partly how many high-rise there are, but it does actually go inland as well. Lots and lots and lots of accommodation there, high-end and medium, moderate, low-end accommodation. Most of the low-end accommodation has been knocked down and rebuilt. A little doggy there was waiting for his mummy or daddy to come out of the surf. Looks like a Jack Russell from here, not sure exactly. So I had Lish on just a moment ago, so I do apologise, Lish, if all of a sudden the video did stop. I accidentally pressed something and I couldn't get back to continuing the video. Here's a little doggy here, say hello. Here he is. What a good boy, girl, waiting for their owner. Okay, so yes, so already previously spoken about the first day of autumn today, and tomorrow I'm 51. I'm an autumn child. These dunes here, up until a year ago, they basically didn't exist. They had existed, in fact they came down further than that, but with heavy storms most of it was taken away, and they've just restarted planting a lot of the vegetation. As you can see here, a lot of the homes and buildings are set back from the beach, whereas down there they tend to make their way further and further on the beach. So basically they just step off from their backyards into the sand. All these homes are still worth quite a bit. I don't aspire to ever own one. I'm quite happy with our little modest 1970s, 1980s unit down the way, down there. Okay, so I've been here since Sunday. Today's Thursday, and I have felt that change of environment has definitely made a difference. Definitely made a difference to my state of being. And of course, for about 16 months, I have pretty much been housebound. Initially by my injury, then my surgery, and then of course post-operatively, or after my operation, was my PTSD experience with a couple of things. One being that my tibia had been fractured during my operation, but I wasn't told about until a week later. Although in between my operation and seeing my surgeon the following week, I had already 2 conversations with him, and he had not mentioned that at the same time he had incorrectly prescribed my pain relief, and so I ended up basically on the verge of an overdose, so that wasn't fun either. Anyway, I won't go into much detail at this point anyway, so Yeah, so I feel as though I'm slowly unraveling that. So with all of my isolation, being here has actually, let's say, shone a bit of light on my path for a change. Okay, so I'm not sure how close I'm going to get to that area. I'm not really ready to sort of immerse myself amongst crowds, which is of course a symptom of PTSD. Thankfully, this morning I did take my anti-anxiety medication. Yes, even though I am a practitioner on the natural therapies or natural medicine platform, I have reached out to modern medicine in this case because of the overwhelming experience I had with the symptoms of PTSD / CPTSD, which was re-triggered due to my PTSD moment. So I think I might just sort of hold off now. A few too many people for me. And I'm going to do a turnaround now. Whoops, stepped on a shell. Hey, hello. Tyrell. Hi, Tyrell. One step at a time, one foot in front of the other. Yes, yeah. Yep. Interestingly, with many of my clients, patients, I've been able to make those same suggestions. And there's, as we all would know, even though we understand that, you know, we need to take one step at a time, one step forward, sometimes two steps back. What's important is that we remain aware of any regression or any challenges that we might have. I've been fortunate to have an amazingly supportive partner who at many times has prodded me with remembering that, you know, to remain in the present, which has been a challenge. And let me tell you, it's quite easy to take one step at a time here. The lifestyle, I guess, which I'm familiar with, having lived here previously in my lifetime. Yeah, taking it one step at a time is the way to go. You can't help but take it easy here. So I have just over another week, so I leave next Sunday. And whilst I'm here, I will be visiting my partner's family, who are very much my own family now, as I don't have contact with my my birth parents or So as I mentioned in my previous video only like 10 minutes ago, I am in the midst of changing my name legally to assist with my breaking away or resetting my life. Thanks, Tyrell. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you for your acknowledgement and your comments, your words. So being here on the Gold Coast, Queensland is the state here in the northern parts of Australia. So I'm in the southeast of Queensland on the Gold Coast. Being here is more than just a holiday. It's a time for me to unravel the past 16 months, in fact unravel the past 50 years, as I've already mentioned tomorrow is my 51st year on planet Earth. So I don't have another 50 years to work on myself, so I've taken this time to reset much of myself. Oh, I am. Oh, good, Tyrell. Thanks. Speaking of names, the name that you see here on my account is actually not my real name. After deactivating my original account, Facebook account, because I just didn't feel that, the 100 plus 200, whatever it is, of my so-called friends, and basically the people that made up my Facebook account, my friends, were people that I knew. And I'd say only a handful of them were at all supportive or understanding or open to the possibilities that, something as simple as an operation going wrong, or an experience of an operation going wrong, could set the ball rolling and the spiraling down of someone's life. So I thought I'd just close it off, limit the people that I engaged with and reached out to the old-fashioned way, without the Facebook and the other platforms, media platforms. And so there's a handful of people that I've kept close to me, and of course I've distanced myself from many, many others. Just reassessing and evaluating those relationships. Here's the little doggy again. Hello, you still waiting for daddy or mummy out there? Gee, I hope they're okay. Somewhere. So I've lost my train of thought, which is so easy for me to do. What was I saying? Boy, the harder I try, the further away it gets. Anyway, I'll just... Friends, yes, friends, and my account. So this name here, I just sort of came up with. It actually makes up part of my name, my real name, my first and the surname, the second name that you see here, is basically made from my middle name, Tyrell. Yeah, that's right. Wants to be in my video, Paisley Parker. Really? How do I do this? Okay, let's give this a go. Don't know what I'm doing. Have no idea. Okay. Don't know what's happening. Hello? Hello. Do I speak to this other person? I have no idea what's going on. So we'll just wait and see what happens. So what was it that I was saying? Don't remember. Again, I'm lost. Yeah, so that's it. So we'll see over about the next month. It normally takes about 3 weeks to process applications for a name change here in Australia. And that's with the Birth, Deaths and Marriages department, which is a government department. So I can see something flashing up the top of the screen here, adding. So I'm not sure whether either the person that has wanted to join me in the video has accidentally done it. No answer. Okay, so good, no problem. It may have been an error. That's okay. The sun's sort of behind me now. Of course, we have a term here in Australia called slip, slop, slap. I'm not sure if that's used anywhere else, but slip on sun cream, slip, slop, slip on a t-shirt, slop on the sunscreen, slip, slop, slap, and slap on a hat. I think that is, to ensure any potential for sunburn or skin cancer, because I have got the hat on, which is not really serving its purpose, but I do have plenty of sunscreen on. In fact, it's a 50 plus sunscreen, which back in the 80s we would never have seen that sort of sunscreen. It was, I think, 15 plus was about the strongest there. And it was at the time I was living here on the Gold Coast with my family as we moved here from Melbourne after a one of many failed business attempts. And of course we walked away from our home, which the bank happily took away from us. Yeah, so I've got to watch these broken shells here. Okay, I guess really I need to sign off here. I do apologise if this is lengthy, but in all honesty, it does sort of make a difference in my day, and the ability to get some of my mind chatter out. And being here alone, you know, you don't really have that opportunity to talk at length with anyone. So anyway, all right. Thanks, Tyrell. Thanks everyone who, which I don't think there are that many that have been viewing, but that's all good. It's all cool. Thanks to those that have acknowledged the time that I've invested in this video. Okay, have a good one. See you later.